Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ball Players Guide, your guide for everything ball related. We are doing a winter meetings recap because at the time of recording, I think the winter meetings end tomorrow. And there's been a lot of signings so far. I'm sure there's going to be something happening tomorrow that we'll have to put in a little edit at the beginning or whatever, because we all know that the Cubs are going to sign all the major free agents, and the Twins are going to sign.
Josh Bell.
I'll take it.
Stamp it tomorrow morning.
Boom, I'll take it. So let's start with the biggest deal, I think, as of the time of recording, which is Mike Yastrzemski to the
Yeah.
Braves, 2 for 23. Joey, your immediate reaction, go.
I was going to make the same joke. I got nothing. I'm good for Yaz. He's solid. Yep. I'll pass the torch over to Logan. It's all you, pal.
Don't have much to say about Yaz. I really don't. I actually did not see that one. That was you just broke news to me, Ryan. I did not see that. I did not see that
Welcome.
happen, actually. So
That's what I'm here to do. Last year, he hit 233 with 17 bombs, hit 735. Plug him into that Braves outfield. I'm sure he's going to hit 280 with 40 home runs because they always just have those journeyman dudes. I don't care. Um, Next big signing, Pete Alonso to the Baltimore Orioles. I have it 5 for 155, but I've seen the 185 floating out there.
That's escalators.
I think
Okay.
it's five. Yeah, 5 for 155.
Okay. I when I saw Baltimore Orioles, I thought we were getting like Bob Nightingale or something. I was like, there's no way. Like this is crazy. But apparently they were in on Schwarber. They were right there, which were spoiler, it's coming up soon. Um, I I was like, what? The Orioles? Like I thought, I don't know. To me, they just don't spend money like that. Like they get their homegrown guys and they'll just try to piece things together. But I mean, good for them. I'm kind of confused by it. I don't know.
I guess what I'll say about it is I think I'm kind of in on the Orioles next year. I like. I mean, if you look at this lineup that they have, uh, Fangraphs has it: Jackson Holiday, Jordan Westberg, Gunnar Henderson, Pete Alonso, Adley, and you also got to remember they traded for Taylor Ward, uh, Dylan Beavers, uh, Colton Cowser, and then Basallo as DH. And then they also have Ryan Mountcastle and Tyler O'Neill on their bench, so I think they can match up and kind of play that game too against if there's a lefty on the mound. So I'm kind of like I'm in on their lineup, and I think if they go and get another starter, I really like this team. And I know the AL East is really good, but I think if you can count on you can kind of count on these young guys. Maybe I know they kind of some of them took a step back last year, but if you can count on them to kind of take them that step forward, and I think Pete Alonso is the perfect kind of veteran bat to kind of lead that clubhouse and to kind of talk with all those young guys and everything. So I think it's a good signing in that aspect. And then you can slot him in for 35 homers in the middle of that lineup, and it doesn't matter what ballpark he's going to hit. So I really like it. I know, like I said, the AL East is tough, but I think it's really good for them.
So I lied in the opening. Remove the stamp from Josh Bell tomorrow morning. Instead, Ryan Mountcastle, you are a Twin tomorrow morning. Um, I think at least. Am I still here? Am I
Yep.
good? Can you
Yeah,
see
you're
me?
good. Yep.
Okay. I started waving my hands all over and something popped up and you guys froze and it said, "You're using hand gestures, by the way." So I guess I need to not talk with my hands.
Calm down with the gang signs there, Joey.
I, I guess. Um, yeah, I was shocked. I was at work. I was walking across a little bridge in between buildings and I got a buzz in my pocket, pulled it out, and it was Pete Alonso to the Orioles, and I was very shocked. I knew they were meeting with him, but I didn't expect it to go this way at all. I was dead set on him with the Red Sox. I figured he was gonna leave the Mets, and I'm glad that he did because I just want to see him play somewhere else. I don't know why, but it just got boring for me seeing him on the Mets year after year. So I'm excited for a different team for him.
One
You
thing,
almost
go
sorry, go
ahead,
ahead, Ryan.
Logan. No, you go ahead.
You almost have to wonder, like, the stuff last year where he didn't get the contract he wanted, so he kind of had to go back to the Mets for a year. And I wonder if that kind of left a bad taste in his mouth, where he was like, if he got the option and he got the offer, uh, like he did from the Orioles, that he would take it right away. Like he didn't want to have to wait around and play that game again and everything. And I'm guessing he wasn't very happy with the Mets after last year as well. So I'm sure that played a factor.
Especially after the Mets let Edwin Diaz walk, which another spoiler, but um, yeah, I mean, just looking at their lineup, they're gonna bang. I mean, they're gonna hit the ball around the park, assuming everyone comes back healthy. Um, I was using the ESPN like free agent tracker or whatever, and I clicked on the Orioles, and then I went to their depth chart. Their depth chart's all over the map. I mean, they still have Grayson Rodriguez slotted in as their one. They still have Ryan O'Hearn listed as their DH. I'm like, they still have Cedric Mullins as their center fielder. I'm like, what are we doing here, ESPN? Like, you're disgusting.
Got to go to Fangraphs. Got to
That
go to
was
Fangraphs.
horrible. I was just like, oh, it's the first one that popped up. I'll click on it. Ugh, disgusting. Anyway, yeah, good for the Orioles. I think I there's a world where you could see him grabbing a wild card. I don't know if they're going to beat the Blue Jays, but like if they pitch, I could see them being better than the Yankees. I could see them competing right there with the Red Sox. But they have to pitch. Like that's the only thing.
Mhm.
Like they're gonna hit, but do they go get one of the Japanese pitchers at this point?
I think there's got to be another starter on the way.
At least, if not two. Like give me a Michael King and one of the Japanese pitchers, and I think that rotation turns out nice.
And I think one important thing to note, and I just looked this up, and I think last year was kind of a lost year for them, but they just started out so poorly
Yeah.
that they couldn't dig themselves out of it. So they were 15-28 when Hyde was fired, and then they were one game over 500 the rest of the year. So they played 500 ball, basically 500 ball after he got fired. So it's not like they were brutal all year. I think they just kind of started out so bad, and then the AL East was so good that they didn't have a chance. Even I think it was the middle of May when he got fired or whatever. So I think that's something to keep in mind too. If as long as they don't start out as bad as they did last year, I think they're going to be in a good spot. And then, like we've said a couple of times, I think you get one more starter, a little more pitching help, and I think they're right. They're not going to be favorites in the AL East by any means, but definitely a wild card contender.
Yeah, and I mean, even if like we talked about it last episode, but if you move Adley, like you could get a pretty decent starting pitcher for that because they have was that minor league catcher that they really really like. It's one of their top prospects. He's a stud, and he's kind of pushing Adley a little bit from AAA.
That's Basayo or Basalo
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah,
he's listed as their DH on Fangraphs right now because I know they really like. I don't know how he grades out
He
as a defender, but I
he's
know
not
they really like his bat.
he's not a good catcher from what I've seen and heard.
okay, but
So
still, I mean, like if you want to just like see what you got, like if have him come out there and I don't know, see what you can do, kid. Yeah, he's a lefty. Athlete's yeah, I could see it.
a
But
lot of lefties in this order.
yeah, Jackson Holiday, Gunner, Dylan Beavers. Not familiar with your game. Colton Cowser, Samuel Basalo, Adley's a switch. Yeah, a lot of lefties.
Hmm. But their bench is all righties and a switch hitter, so it's pretty interchangeable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll be able to play matchups well.
Maybe a Colton Cowser flip to the Tigers for Tarek Skubal.
Maybe a Colton Cowser flip to the Minnesota Twins for Trevor Larnach and a bucket of baseballs.
Yeah. Um,
Don't hate that move first because Edwin Diaz leaves the Mets. He goes to the Dodgers. Three for 69 million. And yeah, if you're the Mets, oh, I just saw. Did you see the latest move that the Mets just did?
is it a passing bomb?
Carl Edwards Jr. to the Mets on a
Oh,
minor league contract.
Let's go.
Let's go.
2016 legend right there.
I mean, yeah, the Mets, what is you doing, baby? Because you've let Diaz walk. You've replaced him with Devin Williams, who we praised a little bit, but he's not Edwin Diaz. You let Pete walk. Now there's, I don't know if I got like Sentold or whatever, Ballsack Sports, but I saw something where Juan Soto can opt out. Do you not know Ballsack Sports?
I just,
I know I do.
I do. I just wasn't ready to hear the word ball sack when I wasn't looking at my screen.
Would it be better if you were looking at your screen?
No, no. I'm
Um,
sorry, Mom. I know you're going to watch this, and I'm leaving this in.
I'm sorry, Mom. But
My mom or your mom?
all moms.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Mom pod for the people.
We love moms in this pod. Um, I don't know if it was a fake report or what, but I saw something where Juan Soto can void his contract if there's not a certain percentage of Hispanic players. That seems like a wild thing to put in his contract. I don't know if that's real or
Yeah,
not,
I
but
don't think
like,
that.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I don't think that's real.
but like for a second, I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy." Yeah, I mean, they're what are they? What are you doing?
I would have liked the Devin Williams signing a lot more if he wouldn't have had to been the closer and they would have gotten Diaz back. But now that Williams is probably going to be more high leverage, unless I mean maybe they can still go out and get a guy, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean it'll be interesting to see what they do because I don't really love their lineup right now. Like I just think I think there's some holes in there still, and then they probably still need another starter too because they had a lot of guys struggle last year. So it'll be interesting to see because they're going to have to spend some money, I think, but it's not a good start here, and I think I don't know if they're going to get desperate, but I mean, if these guys keep coming off the board, then I mean, who knows?
One thing with the Mets is we know they're not afraid to spend money. So I wouldn't rule them out on anybody. I could see them ban expend on a Kyle Tucker.
Oh my gosh! Imagine you'd have over $1 billion in your outfield, basically. Then
I mean, I could see them dropping $400 million on Kyle Tucker, even though I don't think he's going to get that much from whoever pays him. I could see them doing that. I could see them also dropping a bomb to get Alex Bregman because
yeah,
right
I
now
think
their third baseman's Brett Beatty.
I think that's their next fit. If they get a bat, I think it's got to be Bregman.
But I mean, like right now, their order is Lindor, Semien, Soto, and then it goes Mark Vientos, Jeff McNeil as your five. Okay. Francisco Alvarez, Brett Beatty, Ronnie Mauricio, and Tyrone Taylor. That
And I wonder
team's
if they try
not
to.
winning the NL East.
I know they have a really good. They've kind of built up a really good farm system over the last couple of years. So I wonder if they try to go get a starter. I know that Mauricio has kind of been involved, and maybe he'd be kind of the headliner in a trade for like a Mackenzie Gore or a Joe Ryan or somebody like that. But
Shut your mouth.
They're not trading them, guys. It's not happening anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll believe it when I see it.
Logan,
I believe everything Derek Falvey and the Pohlads say.
They were also going to sell the team, and then
I'm glad they didn't. They're awesome.
Apparently, I thought they were I thought the whole minority investor thing was BS too. Apparently, they're getting announced this month or something, and then that's not going to. I mean, they'll spend an additional $10 million this offseason or whatever. But
it's going to be Alex Rodriguez, and they're going to be able to re-sign Joe Schmo and single A ball.
they're going to go get Rhys Hoskins. That'll be their
big splash.
move. Or Josh Bell, like Joe said earlier.
Well, that was fun Minnesota Twins talk.
Yeah, let's get back to my Mets.
Joey's Mets. Let's go Mets, Joey says. Yeah, the Mets are falling fast. And I mean, what did Cohen promise a World Series by 2026 or 2027 or something like that? So like he's running out of time.
Yeah, clock is ticking.
And the Phillies ain't getting worse, I'm gonna tell you that much.
Either.
I guess the concerning thing is Diaz and Alonso were on the roster last year and they still didn't make the playoffs.
Mhm.
So like it'll be
Yeah.
like they can sign Bregman, but does that make your lineup better than when Alonso was in it? Like
And
I don't know.
outside of Juan Soto, they were probably their two best players.
Yes,
You can throw Lin.
1000%.
I mean, you can throw Lindor in there as well. I mean, he's Francisco Lindor, but like
Yeah.
you're losing a lot. You're losing your closer and your number three hitter, who drops 40 plus bombs a year and is like the heart and soul of your team. So on the flip side, the Los Angeles Dodgers signed Edwin Diaz for 3 years, 69 million, the highest AAV for a reliever ever. Joe, can we congratulate the Los Angeles Dodgers on their 2027 World Series back to back to back champions? How about it?
Yeah, I would, but like I said, when my Diamondbacks go trade for Alec Boehm and Nick Castellanos, we're looking at a whole new NL West here. I
Congratulations.
already
That
brought
would.
in Mike Soroka.
Oh,
Diamondbacks on the up and up. So no snaps, no claps for the Dodgers. Edwin Diaz, great job. Way to throw the ball and get paid a lot of money for it. Bad choice. Only choice, honestly, in my opinion. I'm just making stuff up.
I
So
mean, like, why? If you're Edwin Diaz, if you're the premier reliever on the market, why wouldn't you
there's
go somewhere where you can get paid and
yeah,
probably win a World Series?
yeah. And that was their one hole they needed to fix.
Yeah. They won a
So
World Series. They won a World Series this year, and they trusted no one in their bullpen.
Uh-huh.
No one.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
think
like,
I think the lockout is basically guaranteed in 27. But if the Dodgers win again in 26, then I think it's going to happen and it's going to get ugly. I think it already probably will be, but if they go back to back to back, then
can I just read you the bullpen as it's listed right now for the Los Angeles Dodgers? Edwin Diaz, Tanner Scott, Alex Vesia, Blake Trinan, who is up and down, Anthony Bonda, Brustar Gratterall, listed
wow.
as their sixth
who's that?
reliever, Will Klein, Ben Kasparius, whatever his name is, and then Brock Stewart on the injured list.
I forgot about
That's
that.
a bullpen. Not to mention they have six starting pitchers listed in their rotation, with Roki Sasaki being their sixth. That's gross.
They have Sheehan listed as a starter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's listed as their five.
Okay.
And then they've got just a whole host of minor league pitchers who are just itching, ready to get up there. I mean, they're just stacked. They're going to be
Well,
so good for so long.
it's going to be the same thing next year come playoff time, though, because you're going to take your top four starters, and then whoever those bottom two are, if it's Roki again or whoever, you throw them in the bullpen, and they're going to be more than fine.
Well, you know what's gross is they've got Bobby Miller waiting in the minors. They've got Ronan Kopp, Jack Dreyer waiting in the minors. I mean, these dudes are like gross. Jack Dreyer had a 2.95 last year in 76 innings when he pitched for them. And he's listed in AAA right now. Like, what are we doing here? Like, they're going to win the World Series, and good for them. They're doing what everyone wants to do. They're spending
Well,
money. I have no problem.
but the thing is though is not only are they spending money, they're also like doing the other things right too. Like they have a good farm system. They're developing talent. They're developing pitchers. Like it's not like you can kind of see it for the Mets where Cohen spent a bunch of money, but it hasn't worked out. The Dodgers have both sides of it where they're spending money and kind of developing players, and they have a good farm system as well. Like it's just from top to bottom, it's well run.
I mean, they have Will Smith, Andy Pajes, Dalton Rushing, Alex Freeland, who is on their bench in the infield right now, Emmett Sheehan. Like all these dudes are homegrown dudes, and they trade well. Like they trade really
Yep.
well for young dudes, and then they develop them into quality MLB players. You should want your team to be the Los Angeles Dodgers in every way, shape, and form.
I will thank the Dodgers for Michael Bush, though. Thank you for my first baseman.
Where who do they trade from? Is that your hope?
Uh,
Or is that
Ferris,
your
Ferris, one of their pitcher prospects, I think. And then, yeah, Zaire Hope. They're both supposed to be really good, too, I think.
Zaire
They
is
won't.
listed in their double A right now at 21 years old or 20. Cool. That's awesome. Anything else on the Dodgers, Joey? Your favorite team, your Dodgers?
No, not my Dodgers. Talk about my
Yeah.
Phillies though.
Let's talk about your Phillies. Kyle Schwarber to the Phillies, 5 for 150. Um, Sadly, he is not coming home to the Chicago Cubs. He is staying in Philly, and I think this makes the most sense in the world.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
I The only thing now is that's a lot of money that they just gave out, and that's a guy that they already had. So this doesn't make last year's team better right now. So they still have moves to make, and I had them taking down the Dodgers in the postseason. I still think with the team they have, they can compete, but they need that one more move to kind of push them over the edge.
That's got
At
to be one of the
least.
biggest contracts to a DH, right?
Oh
Because
yeah.
he's going to.
Yeah.
He got 5 less million than Pete, and Pete plays first base
Yeah.
a lot.
I mean, the Phillies right now, their projected payroll is $270 million, which is a lot of money. They're paying Castellanos 20 million, Taiwan Walker 18 million. So I mean, those are two that you could probably dump to someone at Minnesota Twins, future target for the Taiwan Walker. Um, you
Hmm.
know what's going to happen, Joey. Taiwan Walker for Pablo Lopez straight up. And then Bohm's a free agent after this year, which is 10 million off the books. Jesus Luzardo's free agent after this year. It's another 10 million. So like after this year, their payroll drops quite a bit. So I could see them flipping Luzardo for someone or trying to trade Bohm at the deadline to upgrade somewhere. But I mean, yeah, they got a lot of money invested in their team right now, and I don't know how good they are compared to everyone else. And they're good.
You do have to remember, like, I mean, was it? It was two. They lost that series to the Dodgers in four, right? But then they threw the one game away in extras. So it's not like they were like far off.
Mhm.
The thing that does suck for them though is it's probably very unlikely that Zach Wheeler is going to return to form with the thoracic outlet. So like like I guess I don't know that injury very well, but I know that it's very tough to recover from, and it's pretty rare to kind of get back to yourself.
Has there been any pitchers that have had thoracic outlet and come back and like pitched well? Because the one that comes to my mind every single time was Phil Hughes, right?
Yeah, I think that's the example.
Yeah. So I mean, it's yeah. I just don't know like what are you gonna get from him? I can see them restructuring his deal, giving like a big like paying off a big chunk of it, and then bringing it all the way down to maybe like 25 million a year, something like that. If they just give him like a big chunk of money at the front, but
I remember Chris Archer had it, and he was just wasn't was
mhm,
never the same after.
All-time twin for
Matt
Archer.
Harvey
all
is
time.
Matt Harvey as well.
Yeah, not a good list that you want to be on.
Yeah, it ended Strasburg's career, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, good for the Phillies, good for Schwarber. I mean, he's going to give you 40 bombs. He's going to strike out and he's going to walk. He's going to be the heart of the team, heart of the clubhouse. Everyone loves him. Good for them. I don't know how much better they got, but they got their guy. That's all I got.
They'll trade Castellanos. I don't know how much they're going to have to eat though to get that contract off because he was not good. So talking a team, I don't know, maybe I don't know, give him to the Rockies or something like that with a low
Ugh.
payroll. Get
Ugh.
get that payroll up just a little bit so you don't get in trouble, and just show the people of beautiful Denver. I've never been there. I'm sure it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
That ballpark, that would be a Coors Field would be probably on my bucket list. One of the fields I want to get to at some point.
It's incredible. It's gorgeous.
And there
I
you go.
I
Nick
think if Miss
Castellanos in that outfield, he's seeing it now.
I
Yep.
think if he gets traded to the Rockies, he's going to retire.
And that's like 45 at least home runs for Nick Castellanos.
I could see him being traded to the Pirates in a package
Yeah.
for Jared Jones or whoever that young pitcher is.
Paul Skeens.
Yeah. Castellanos for Paul Skeens straight up.
The Pirates have supposedly been rumored on everybody. I don't know if it's just like a fake, like, oh, we're gonna pretend to show our fan base that we're trying, kind of like the Twins have in the past. But
look at me, everybody! Look at me! I'm trying to spend money. Oh, look at me!
We went up to 120 on Schwarber. We were close. Dang it!
Also offered Josh Naylor. We're short like 10, 15 there too, but
the Schwarber deal was 4 for 120. I heard so like it was the same AAV, but just one less year.
Yeah.
Rapid fire. Minor signings and a couple of trades. Cedric Mullins and Steven Matz to the Tampa Bay Rays.
The Rays, like, I don't really care, honestly. The Rays,
it's what they do.
They're going to be the worst team, and they like. I don't think you can say the Rays are going to Ray anymore. Like, I think that's kind of over for them. Like, I think
this is the Rays raying right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they used to make the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs anymore. Is my point. Like, they're not going to be.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We don't know that.
Could have 100 wins incoming, and Cedric Mullins has 30 bombs and hits 350.
I guess my point is the Rays don't ray as good as they used to.
No, they're gonna trade Brandon Lau too, so they'll be down another bat, and I don't know. It's two Rays moves, and they'll probably both be traded at the deadline for superstar prospects that nobody's heard of that in 2 years are going to be two of the best players in the league. So
Ray's gonna ray.
Mm-hmm.
Old friend Emilio Pagan back to the Cincinnati Reds, 2 for 20.
Good for him.
I'm kind of surprised it was only 2 for 20.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't he good last year? Like, he shoved. I guess he's getting a little bit older, but
I'm sure he was guaranteed a chance to close for them.
Yeah, too. He's listed as their closer.
Yeah. So that probably factors in too.
Yeah.
32 saves last year.
He had a 2.88 ERA, 32 saves and 68 innings. Like, I don't know. Good for him. Good for the Reds. I think the Reds are sneaky. They almost were like dangerous last year. They just didn't have quite enough firepower. But I don't know. Good for the Reds. Good for Emilio Pagan.
I miss 2023 Emilio Pagan.
Oh.
Not 2022 though.
Yeah, what about 2022?
No, that was the worst year ever.
He was gross, but in all the wrong ways. Miguel Rojas back to the Dodgers, one final ride, 1 year deal with a really interesting little like caveat at the end where he's guaranteed a job in the front office.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I feel like you like have that as like a unwritten thing. Like, yeah, you can like hang around, like being a buzz, but like This seemed like it was written into the contract, like you're gonna
Mhm.
have a job when you're done. And I hadn't
It'd
heard
be
about that before. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if that's ever like how common that is, or if that's just like one of the first times it's ever happened.
Someone's gonna have to get on the horn with Ian Happ and ask him as the player union rep or whatever. Alek Manoah is back in the league, 1 year, 2 million to the Angels.
not a fan of
He's
him.
fat.
So
He's fat.
that's an
He's gonna
Angels
throw.
move. It's what that's the definition of Angels right there.
Yep. The crazy thing is like the Angels sign him, and you're like, who cares? But like if
Yeah.
the Dodgers did, you'd be like, well, they'll probably turn him around
Yeah.
somehow. But like the
Yeah.
Angels, like they're not.
Or like the Brewers, like,
Yeah,
ah,
the Brewers,
shit. Like, here we go again.
or how the Rays used to be, or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's listed as their 5 starter right now on
Yeah.
Fangraphs.
Yeah.
Couple trades just to get out of here quickly. Justin Garcia, the password to Pittsburgh for Johan Oviedo. Kind of surprised they moved the password
Yeah.
out
He's
of
got a
their
lot of
group of
potential.
prospects. Yeah. Surprised he was the one, but I mean, like, I don't know their farm system. I don't know, like, what his defense is, base running, like, what his upside is, but, like, seemed good.
I I think I'm right on this. He hits right-handed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why this doesn't make sense to me because their whole problem is left-handed hitting outfielders. So now they traded a right-handed hitting outfielder. So I
For the Pirates, it makes a ton of sense. I mean,
mhm,
like, you get a
Yeah,
young stud. He's 23. He's going to slot perfectly into your lineup. Like, he's going to start opening day for him.
mhm.
You get a young dude you can build around. Like, these are the moves the Pirates need to make. Like, trade away your relievers who are just like on the fringe or whatever. Like, you don't need relievers at this point for the Pirates. Like, trade relievers for young, controllable players and see what you got. Like, this is awesome for them. Well, the Pirates did sign Gregory Soto. How about
Yeah, that happened
they're
today.
buy, they're buyers. They're going
you?
for it.
Big
Except
moves.
except they said what that they were gonna add like 25 million to the payroll, something like that. And they gave him like 8.
Yeah.
So that's a good chunk of their off season is
Well,
going to
we're
Gregory Soto.
Kyle Tucker,
third
watch
of the way
out.
there already.
They
Well,
got a hole at third base. Alex Bregman.
Max Kepler's not really fitting this team anymore.
No, not really.
Jorge Polanco still is. Throw a bag at Jorge. And bring
He'd
him to
go.
Pittsburgh.
He'd go there for 2 for 34.
Yeah.
I'd go there for two for
Yeah.
34. Um, and then the other one, which this kind of falls into the whole like when you see like the Angels make this move, you're like, ah, whatever. You see a team like the Mariners make this move, you're like, they got another guy. Jose Ferrer traded from the Nationals to the Mariners for Harry Ford, top 100 prospect in baseball. And when I first saw this, I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. Like Harry Ford, like he's a name, he's been around forever. I think he kind of bounced around a little bit. Like, wasn't he traded to the Mariners from someone as well? I thought I remember that. But like he's been a big name prospect for a while, and then to see him flipped for a reliever, like whoa, that's kind of crazy. And then you think
He
about it
was
for
he was drafted by the Mariners.
he was okay, but then you think about it for half of a millisecond, you're like, oh, Cal Raleig's their catcher, so like they don't have a spot for a catching prospect right now. So get what you can get from him.
Didn't Harry Ford have a good card on the show, or not like a good card, but he had one, didn't he, Joe?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. It's like a
I'm
prospect
gonna
card or whatever.
look it up and see if I recognize the card art.
Wasn't it the
Oh,
WBC one
yeah, he had a WBC card. Yeah,
oh yeah, he's
for
British. That's what I'm thinking
for
of.
yeah.
Great Britain? Yeah,
Yeah.
Incredible jerseys, by the way.
disgusting jersey, like the nastiest, best ones in the league. Jose Ferrer, for those who don't know, he's 25 years old. He throws left-handed, and he is gross. Like throws it a billion. He's got nasty movement. He is like shut down against left-handed hitters. Like he does not allow anything to left-handed hitters. Um, his splits versus righties aren't good, but you have to imagine the Mariners see something, and the Mariners are going to be like, "All right, this is what you got to do. We're going to add this pitch. We're going to change this mechanics," and he's going to be disgusting. He's going to be gross.
Even just bringing a pitcher in to pitch at T-Mobile, because we've heard a lot about the batter's eye. Maybe it's something to do with that, and he's got a sub 1 ERA next year because of where he's pitching. So
I mean, you look at his numbers last year. He had 76 innings pitched, which is a lot for a reliever.
Yep.
8.3 K per nine, which is good. 1.8 walks per nine, which is really good. Um, he had a 65% or no, 63% ground ball rate. So he's got a nasty sinker. He's going to hit the ball into the dirt with their infield defense too, where you've got Crawford at short, Cole Young up the middle, unless you have Jorge Polanco there or whatever. And then Naylor at first. Like, that's a good recipe for success for a reliever. So I love this from them.
not familiar with your game, Jose. Never up until 2 days ago, no idea you were pitching. So hats off. Go be great.
Cy Young next year. You better watch it. Last free agent move, Rocco to the Los Angeles Dodgers front office. Congratulations, Rocco, on your 2027 World Series championship. Wasn't going to happen with the Twins. Logan, do you have a random Minnesota Twin or Chicago Cub for us?
I do have a random twin.
Oh,
Wait, computer is now shut. We are locking in.
Okay.
That was so. I'm cutting that out. That was disgusting. That those words just came out of my mouth in the way that they did. That was.
I'm gonna order the editor to leave it in.
Well, the editor might decide otherwise. We'll see.
Well,
All right. So this random twin was signed by the Orioles as an amateur free agent in 2004. So like last time, this should maybe give you a hint.
Not white.
He played for 4 major league teams in his career.
Joey's going into his mind palace right now. He's cycling through all of the Twins that he's ever known.
This is more of just a fun fact that I found looking at his Wikipedia. But the Pirates hired him as a development coach for their low A affiliate in 2025.
Huh. That doesn't really fit with the player I had in mind.
There's a player I have, but 2004.
That's when he was signed. So my next hint is he made his major league debut for the Orioles in 2011.
Okay.
Whoa.
I have a guess. Should I do it this early?
How do you already have a guess? That's crazy. Who is it?
Pedro Formo?
That is correct.
Get out of here.
2004 just felt too early.
You have to remember,
That's
these dudes signed when they're
Yeah.
like 16.
That's what I
wanted to include that because maybe that would throw you off a little bit. But
it did, because that was the only thing from keeping me from saying that 2 clues ago. So
my next one was just kind of a fun one. So as a position player in 2018 for the Phillies, he pitched a 1-2-3 inning, and then he hit a homer the next. So technically he had a homer as a pitcher. because he threw a 1-2-3 inning as a position player and then came up to bat next inning and hit a homer. Also didn't know that, but that was something I ran into when researching him.
That actually rocks.
He's that good. He was that guy.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah.
What's his career WAR?
I have it up.
Above or below 5?
Okay, you guys. Okay, both of you give a guess.
He was good with the glove. So I
That's
don't know.
true.
He
I'm gonna
was really
say.
good.
How many years did he play in the league? Oops.
So he played 321 games. That might give it, because he technically played in 7 seasons, but he didn't play a lot of games in a lot of those seasons. So he played 321 games. So basically the equivalent of 2 full seasons.
Yeah, I'm still gonna probably put it at like a 2.5, I think.
I'm gonna say because he was so bad at hitting. I'm gonna say a 1.6.
You guys are basically it was right in the middle of that, so a 2. So Ryan was technically closer, but
Eat shit and die, Joey. I got it.
he had a 1.2 WAR with the Twins in 2013. Must have been really good with the glove that year.
Nasty with the glove.
9 homers, 611 OPS, 68 OPS plus.
Remember the fun times with the Minnesota Twins?
Ryan, would you have gotten it after my next one if I would have said he played for the Orioles, then the Twins, Pirates, and then the Phillies? Could you have gotten there?
Yeah, I
Then
would
you would
have
have
gotten
gotten
there.
there.
Yeah. I was cycling through pitchers for whatever reason. Like my mind went to Samuel Deduno. So I was trying to think, like, did he pitch for 4 teams? Because wasn't
he was with the Astros. That's the only other one I would name.
Well,
I would know.
Yeah, I think he would have then, because he was on the Padres and the Rockies, pretty sure, before the Twins.
Was he
The Astros
not
was the only other one I knew.
Red Sox? Wasn't he a Red Sox for a hot minute? And for some reason, I have him as a Pirate in my head too.
No, he was Astros after the Twins. So that was the only other one I knew. I didn't know he was a Rocky or a Padre.
I don't know he was either of those either.
I have his rookie card with the Padres, and it's not even an action shot. He's just sitting there cheesing, holding the ball, and he's got his glove. It's adorable.
That's how you know he's really good.
2013 Sam Deduno, not bad. Only 18 starts, but not a bad year for the guy.
Good for him. We just burned one random twin that none of us will ever be able to use again. All right. Joey, do you have our outro yet?
We'll see ya.
See you next time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.